Okay. Oh, I'm starting upstream. Yeah, stream is live now. Anyways, so we're gonna fucking have some fun today playing D&D again. And ba 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 da ba 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 da ba da ba 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 da ba. Look at him go across the map. Whee! Where they'll land, nobody knows. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So, once everyone is prepared, I want to know what everyone would want to start out doing. Okay. Yes, let me grab my journal. By the way, does anybody want to hear my kind of dumb, kind of funny notes from the barely CPR course I had to take? Apparently, it's a very big thing that like should have taken like 2 hours. We were done in like an hour, like 2 hours minimum. Okay, here we go. 4 times you can stop doing CPR. One, time of death. Two, someone takes over. Three, not happening. They magically sit up and are fine. Four, you can't keep going. Literally exhaustion or no one is coming. Oh yeah, 911, get past hold. Hang up. They'll call back quick. um, what were some other funny notes I took? Also with the twins, the twins were also part of that deal. Here we go. Here, yes, so does Merv. Merc. Evan, could you give us a description of Merc again for Lena to get down? What's his hair color? Okay. Here we go. Here's my notes from last time, real quick. Lena, hopefully you heard that and were able to get that down. Cool. Party is aware of magical presence and magic dizzying fog in Ringard Forest. Made it to camp. Dio and Nisus met with Astraeus, have made a deal, got marked. Good old promise mark for a deal. Garvel emptied the main tent of documents and hid some from the party to keep. That's erased. Garvel, everything got returned. But notes were taken. Documents are returned. Merc replaces Cletus, meets with Astraeus as well, is now marked. 3 party members are in main tent. And that's where we ended it. So there's currently Garvel, the twins, and shit. Beth, what's the name of your character again? Val. And Val are all currently in the main tent trying to return documents without getting caught. Yes, you're all good. So yeah, you now need to sneak back out of the tent to escape the camp without anyone noticing that you took documents and copied anything. Mm-hmm. Garvel, the twins, and Val. Garvel is good. The twins are not doing very good. The twins have made a lot of noise and drawn some attention your way, and Val has not helped, but really wasn't the catalyst for it. Meanwhile, Garvel just rolls the fuck out as a rock. And nobody even pays Garvel attention. So as you three, the twins and Val, are attempting to sneak out, one of the twins, paying more attention to make sure that Val's armor isn't clanking around, kicks over like a pile of pots that were set aside from cooking, waiting to be washed. And Val, hearing this, turns and accidentally knocks over like a few cups as well, which helps to draw more attention. And then you hear a few of the guards approaching. What are you doing by the planning tent? Okay, I want some... Oh, shit. Yeah, give me some persuasion rolls. Oh, God. As the guard glances you over, very suspicious and not really believing any of this, he looks down and notices that stuck to the bottom of Val's boot and hanging in the hands of one of the twins are documents from the tent that had been forgotten to be placed back into the tent. Yeah, that 28 shit compared to now. You just got a double nat 1. What are you doing? Put those back! I'm gonna have to report you. Give me another persuasion check with disadvantage, though. Yep. The pots? A 10? Okay. He still doesn't fully believe you, but he glances over and he says, "You can make a copy, but I'm going to keep an eye on you, and the originals go back when you're done." Yeah. Of course you weren't. All you had to do was kick over some pots. Come on, back in the tent. Let's get this over with. Meanwhile, Garvel is just like climbed into the caravan already, I'm guessing. Okay. Yeah, no matter what Garvel decides to do, his stealth check is so good, nobody even notices him. Yeah. I don't know. A 22 is good enough where, like, I'll just say advantage would give it to you. Just keeping an eye on what's going on. Okay, so how are you going to go about with copying these documents? Okay. Here's the question: what documents would you be claiming uh, you were allowed to copy? Well, here's your chance, I guess. Okay, give. Well, you had notes on them. You said you didn't take exact copies. Yeah, that's what I meant for the hereditary records. Give me one moment, real quick. I need to make sure of something. Uh, Riley, give me an Arcana check. Yes. And proficiency bonus, yes. All right. So, as you're making a copy of these notes, you notice that there's something weird with them. As you write down exactly what you're seeing, for some reason you're writing down something different than what's on the note. And as you take a closer look, you start to notice that there's some sort of like incantation upon this paper. That for some reason there's something different written on here than what you're seeing. And your hand shows that when you write it, but your eyes don't when you read it. What's so interesting? Hmm. I'll allow you into the tent, but I'm accompanying you to it. Okay, and fine. Since we're gonna be going over there, Evan, what is Merc up to talking to Astrias? All right, so yeah, you two are just in there chatting, having some drinks, and suddenly you hear a guard walking up with someone else. Val has been released to go do whatever she wants to do, as long as she does not re-enter the tent, of course. And a guard stops, and you hear, "Lord, we have another guest for you." Yes, yes, let them in. Be hasty now. And the guard gently opens up the tent and allows the twins to pass, and then steps away from the tent. Yes, what can I do for you? Yes, he's a part of your party, isn't he? Anything you can discuss with me should be fine to discuss with him as well. Oh, is there something wrong with my documentation that you've noticed? Oh, to like notify of things. Okay. Um, Lord Astrias is going to look at you and look at Merc, and then and as you keep watching, you see this like glint in his eyes of like distaste of like frustration. Can both of you give me a Constitution check? And Riley, I want two, one for each twin. Um, you know what? Saving throw. Okay, who got what? Which twin got what? Okay. So, suddenly you see this red aura emanate from Lord Astrias, and the marks on the back of your hand start to sear into your skin more. Uh, and these gaping maws begin to open like as if they're coming from the mark. And while Merc and Nisus are able to quickly like dispel them, Dio's arm that had the mark is suddenly consumed and like ripped off. Uh, let's see. Let me roll some damage. Considering it's ripping off an arm, I'm gonna roll like 2d12. Yeah. Yeah, there's an arm getting ripped off right now. Sure, we'll say that's the one with the mark on it. But yeah, this is it is being consumed. Okay. 12 damage. 12 damage. Cool. So yeah, clearly something is very wrong with Lord Astrias, and that is not really a spell. Even though you could dispel it with magic, that's not really a spell, especially not one you've ever seen before from any class. And as you keep watching him, he seems to morph and slightly become less human. Like, almost looking demonic, but like kind of more bug-like. And he just turns to you and he's like, "You really had to make this difficult, didn't you?" You see there... Yes, Evan, what is Merc? Yes. No, no damage. You successfully escaped it. It was... I mean, it was... Kinda? It, I don't know. So, Riley, do you want to explain the secret about the world that your characters know that I got to tell you in secret? Okay. Okay. So, no, that's what I meant. So, Astrias looks you in the eyes and is like, "Sir, there was never a deal. What hasn't clicked that I cursed you through my own abilities to be able to consume you once you had brought Smeevis to me?" Hey, Sugar. Yeah, you're allowed to do whatever you want. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, give me another Arcana check. You can give me one this time. I mean, yeah, you probably just heard like a giant like gnashing of teeth and the sound of an arm being ripped off. Nat 20? Okay. So no. This was something I kind of had planned, but not like specifically on how this mechanic fucking works. Okay. So obviously, as it was just revealed to you, this is some sort of curse. And the more you inspect it, the less magical it seems, and the more like otherworldly it feels. Because, like, as much as it's seared into your skin, it didn't really. Like, if you shift your eyes over it, it's almost like it's hovering above your skin and, like, slowly dissipating since you were able to cast it away. The mark is fading because you survived. It's a one-time mark. Like, what will happen if you try something aggressive? Okay, yeah, you're allowed to prep something. Okay, so what do the other players have? What are the other players doing? Okay, so you're running to the tent with the Strias in it. Uh, this guard, give me a stealth check. Okay, the guard is going to stop you. No one, no one else is permitted into the room, into the tent of Lord of Strias. Can you, if you want, you can try to persuade him or intimidate him. Well, he doesn't call the other guards on you. I will assure, I will assure they're okay once the Lord of Strias has finished speaking with them. Any checks you want to make on why he won't let you in? Um, you know what? Give me a medicine check and an arcana check. And we'll see which one you can try to sniff something out with. You can Yeah, you can definitely hear it, but they're still about like yeah, they're still about like 10 to 15 feet away, so you hear the scuffle, but it's not like you can hear someone's yelling, but you don't like can't necessarily tell what's going on otherwise. 22 on medicine, okay. Okay, I said arcana though, not investigation, but yeah, a nat 20 is a nat 20. So when you take a look at this man, there's clearly something wrong with him. His eyes, it's it's like his eyes don't entirely focus on you. Okay. So like I said though, you've just investigated him with these two traits. There's something off about him. Like his eyes don't really seem to focus entirely, but he's not like dazed. He doesn't show any signs of a concussion or any injury. It's just like he's there but not really there. Like it's almost like someone's controlling him, or maybe not, but like he's not necessarily doing this because he chose to. Yeah, he is still not letting you through though, unless you want to try to intimidate him now, or you want to start a fight. Go right ahead. Oh, my godly status is not to be questioned. This one, of course. Have you forgotten? You're the one stuck in our domain. Do you really want to know? Dude, I fucking love this shit. Because I've been holding off on. I've been waiting so long to hear you guys react to what I decided on for this one god. Okay, I can have Riley explain more in game later on. I've been known by many names with all of my reincarnations, but currently I am worshipped as Vicrys, the cannibal. Okay, what does darkness do? Okay, so it's just everyone is blinded. Are there any checks or anything else to it? Okay. Right. So he is he's clearly been caught off guard, but he's not entirely unable to see through it. If that helps you know what to do from going on. Not entirely, but it hasn't fully blinded him. What does that do? Okay, let's make a wisdom save. Yeah, they're like 15ish away. Okay, let's see what they roll for their save. You said wisdom? Well, what save do they have to meet? It's your class. 14? Okay, yeah, you got him. He's laughing. He got an 11. I'll say you're like right on the edge. Like suddenly it just entire darkness everywhere around the tent, and the guard who is standing in front of you can no longer see you, but you can still like barely see him. Like his hands are poking out of the darkness as he's like trying to look around and find his bearings. Okay. I will make a whiz throw in about a minute. I'm gonna set a timer for a minute. That's how long you have to try to escape before he makes a wisdom save again. Yes. Okay. So we have screaming. Go ahead and both of you give me an investigation. Or you know what? Uh, yeah, give me investigation to see if you can pinpoint the location of the noise. That's fair. Then give me. Okay, so 15. You can tell the direction. You can't tell exactly how far away it is, but you can tell which direction to go. Now, since you're grabbing them, give me athletics and acrobatics to see if you can make it over everything in the tent. I'm giving you an extra minute, by the way. What's up, Lena? I did that. I did the posture check and the joint pop. I need to actually leave to get water. Only soda. I did drink it. Yeah. Give it like 5 minutes. We'll take a water break. Okay. I paused the timer during that. You have 38 seconds to get out of this tent. You have been slowed down by 5, so I'm going to say you have 33 seconds to get out and get away. Cool. So you're carrying him just fine, but you've lost a few seconds from bumping into everything just to get out of the tent. Yep. No, with the darkness still around, she cannot see you, but you are out of the tent. You're like right outside the tent. Give me another investigation check. A 4. Ooh. Okay. So you're suddenly having a harder time pinpointing the noise, but you're still making it towards it relatively. You're probably not going to come out exactly where Val is. Okay. And boom, another check. I need to beat 14. I rolled a 2. That's a 7. So yeah, still stuck there laughing. Yeah, you're out of the fog now. What does Misty Step do again? Is that part of your miss spells? Actual one, got it. Okay. Okay. So, two party members have just teleported to the cart. Another check. What? Damn, I'm not rolling well. That's a 10. He's still laughing. What did Grace say? Give me perception. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a low check, but like perception to see if Garvel can tell what's going on. 13? Yeah, no. Garvel's like, cart now, and takes off. Yes? What was that? Okay. Okay. You may want to decide where you're fucking going before you start talking about this. You're going to Smeeves Run? Okay. Okay, so you're just heading straight north starting out? Okay, how far do you think you could make it north before I have to do this next check? Everybody's made it to the cart, yeah. 100 feet? Okay. Yeah, nobody actively unhooked your weird cow. No, your cow's still hooked up. You got there around like dinner time. You've like like once the everything was there, it was like dinner time, you ate, now this has happened. Okay, so you're like 20 feet out. Wow, that is an 8. He is still laughing. Holy shit. Is that Merc? I think that's Merc. Okay. Lay on hands. Let's hear. You've healed 4. So the wound is closed. You're not really healed, but the wound isn't bleeding anymore. So starting out, wound is healed. It's not wound is closed. Not really healed, might still be bleeding a tiny bit internally, but wound is closed. Okay, Hideous Laughter's dropped. I'll say you're about straight west from Smeeves Run at this point, which is a solid way out. It's probably been about 5 minutes of you just running. The guards chased you out, but none of them had their bows ready. You're not going to regrow that arm, by the way. Anytime Dio tries to do something that would require, like, more than one hand, you're going to have disadvantage from now on. I was not expecting this early on to have to set that off and, like, just actually possibly just handicap one of my players. Okay. So the wound is fully closed. You're fine. You're gonna live. Dio is now missing an arm. Did Val mention what she saw about the Okay. Yeah, it is nighttime now. It is dark out. You've made it. Since you were just still going straight north, you're like north of Smeeves Run. Let me actually real quick pull up the full map so I can double check if you've hit anything else yet by accident. Yeah, you're still past Smeeves Run at this point, but you've slowed down. Right. So as you keep heading north, It's still a ways off in the distance, but you start to notice there it is, a very large rock formation. So now that you've seen the rock formation, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna head towards that, or are you gonna go in a different direction? Merc, it's up to you. Merc and Garvel. Hmm. Ooh, that's the wrong thing to move. I moved the fake map instead of the party. Okay, so it takes you about another like 30 minutes to an hour since you've slowed down, but you finally make it over to this strange rock formation. Okay, does anybody want to give me uh, an intelligence or history check to try and figure out what this landmark is? I did. I was gonna name it something completely different, but that's too fucking good. Oh my fucking lord, Smeeves Hinge. Yeah, it's just one very tall rock, and the more that you think about the history of it, the more you remember that it's like was actually originally known as like some sort of like holy place for gnomes. Just gnomes. If Garvel considers it holy as well, then Garvel considers it holy as well. But it's known of a place of protection. And so, while it was unnamed for a long time, Smeevis named it and thus made it a holy land for the gnomes, like that is protected as well. He may be egotistical, but Smeevis is surprisingly nice. Yeah. He's like, I shall name it Smeeves Hinge. And the gnomes were like, really? And he was like, and I shall give it my blessing to be protected. And they were like, oh, okay. Smeeves Hinge. It looked. Yeah. He was like, yeah, it's like a weird, very tall monolithic rock. Of course it's fucking phallus shaped. Of fucking course. Yeah. Like a good DM. It's. Hey, Yuki. So yeah, Smeevis was trying to name it Smeeves Hedge, but while writing down the name, he fucked up, so it became Smeeves Hinge. It's not. I swear to God, it's not. Around the Royal City? Sure. I'll name it fucking Smeeve whatever the fuck. Gosh, don't you know with your geologic, like, encyclopedia brain? That would also be implied by the fact that they reincarnate, yes. They age, they die, they come back immediately. Garvel, since he was in the cart, would also be overhearing all this explanation as well, yes. To this holy gnome site. Okay, I'm gonna roll a d20 for each number. It will equal 100 feet. Now I'm gonna roll a d20 and we'll make this thing fucking go straight up into the sky if I want to. Yeah, it's a big fucking bitch. How are you, Yuki? Having a good day so far? It is 1,900 feet tall. Yes. Yeah. It's a fucking tall ass rock. The way I imagine it, it's probably much wider at the base and then gets thinner towards the top. No, it would fall over. It's a half mile tall. Um, roll perception, everybody. Whoever's on watch, roll normal perception. Everybody else, just give me your passive. Merc, you don't count. You're asleep. Okay. So, uh, what did Garvel roll again? 12. Okay, so uh, we've got can barely hear anything over thinking about how they'll recover and what they'll do now that they're missing an arm, and then fretting over their twin, uh, healing and just not paying attention at all, and can just barely hear someone approaching. So Garvel just barely can hear something coming up on him. Oh, they're approaching you. Like they're coming closer to you. So well, I mean, there wouldn't really be anywhere for you to go. They're pretty much like coming up around the corner onto you. Okay, you two, give me another perception roll. Tell me if you hear that. Okay. Now, well, Val's like, "What's that?" and just hits, accidentally just smacks him. Okay, so now what is everyone going to do? Merc is currently passed the fuck out. I mean, it was a very eventful day. I will require an action to wake Merc up. No, not especially. It seems like a pretty casual stroll. He fucking tired. He's sweepy. Merc is weepy. Merc is all sweepy. He eepy. Merc is eepy. Okay, so what will you do with this knowledge? So as you keep listening, and as they get closer, you start to hear a small tune being whistled. It's a jolly tune, probably something of someone who has just been drinking recently and is returning home to finally sleep after a long night of joyous occasions. So as they round the corner, you notice it's a gnome, just your average gnome, slightly older, maybe like what what are gnome ages? I looked up the gnome race and I didn't fucking read it. Well, I'm saying slightly older, so they'd have to be like, maybe like this was like their 201st birthday. So they're comfortably within like their mid, like starting to hit their golden years. I said like, yeah, like middle age then, like 250 or 201. And as they approach, they did Garvel stealth? Did Garvel stealth up? Okay, so yeah, Garvel did turn into a rock. I wasn't saying Garvel couldn't. I was just saying Garvel wouldn't really have to travel anywhere because the person's quickly approaching, like on this casual stroll, because they're not that far away. No, maybe like 4 beers on a person who's like not like a pretty heavyweight drinker. Essentially, yes. So as the gnome rounds the corner and spots Val, he startles. Whoa! Well, hello! What brings you to the Holy Land of the Gnomes? Well, I'll be. Do you need protection? You've come to the right place, if that's so. Uh, I'm sorry, young sir. I couldn't hear you. Could you repeat that? Oh, it's no worries at all. Please accompany me. Of course. May I ride with you? No, please, please, let me lead you back to my home. I'll take you there and we can rest. What was Garvel doing? What was Garvel doing? Yeah, Garvel would know, and this old man, while he seems like he's definitely very slightly inebriated, doesn't seem to mean any ill will, and he's come to you with very open arms. Oh, Smeeves run. I'm sorry, it's slightly in the opposite direction, but not far from here. Why, thank you. And he hops up next to you in the driver's seat and starts to direct you to a very small village. Okay, I was wrong. It's like about the same distance away. But like, leave me alone. Would you like me to take the reins? It's a cow, yes. Look at him. He's your friend. What will you name this cow? Guinevere? Like the fucking goddess from Dark Souls that has the massive tits? Oh, no, you're right, you're right. Guinevere's the twink. Okay, no, I need to pull up a picture of Guinevere then. Oh shit, my mouse. I opened my fucking computer calendar because I dropped my mouse. Yeah, you're fine to say fuck. Oh yeah, I just keep that on. I was right. Guinevere's the big titty one. Yeah, there's Gwyn, Gwendolyn, Guinevere. Copy image. I got you. I got you. Don't worry. I'm opening it. Here you go. Here you go. Whoa. Wow. What a nice necklace. No, that's Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn is like in that weird spot between are they trans or are they forced into acting like a girl? All right, so Gwendolyn the cow. Yeah, about 30 minutes out, and you finally make it to Gnomes Hill, home of the gnomes. That's not what I wanted to move. I wanted to move that. That will go. I am an artist. So yeah, welcome to Gnomes Hill. I forgot to draw out other. I forgot to count out or to draw out other city maps so far. So this is all you're getting. I'll open up a tavern for you. Eventually, we'll have other people in the tavern, but like, it's not happening yet. Hey, Lena, you might want to adjust one of those artworks to be missing an arm now. That does work. That's awesome. But yeah, so we have we now have a tiefling, a gnome, two currently human twins, one missing an arm, and a bird person. I forgot the name of the species. Not a bird person. I'm an idiot. I was thinking of your other character. A furbolg. So as you pull into Gnome's Hill, you're quickly ushered into a small but cozy home right near the center of town. No. You could probably reach into one of the chimneys if you tried. Let's just say it's big for gnomes. It's small and cozy, but it's pretty big for gnomes. No, it looks pretty nice. Pretty welcoming. What was your other question, Evan? No. I mean, if you glance in the kitchen, you might see like a room with some bloodstains, but there's pretty clear like, like meats hanging and stuff. Well, as he ushers whoever is able to come in and then helps you with setting up a tent outside, he quickly rushes to the kitchen and begins preparing a meal for everyone, despite the fact that it's like 1:30 in the morning at this point. Oh, fuck yeah, you can hear it. Oh, why, thank you. And he quickly, like, helps you set it down inside. Not yet. Do you want to ask it? Shit. Names. Sure. That is very cute, yeah. Can I tell you probably the funniest name I'm seeing in this list of gnome names? Body Knock. What? No. So as he keeps cooking, He gently bows and is like, "My name is Saffron Ralnor. It's a pleasure to meet you." "And what, may I ask, are your names?" "A pleasure." "Ah, I see." "And what is the name of your driver?" "Ah, strong name indeed." "And you, my brother in arms?" And he turns to Garvel. "Arms? An interesting name. I can't be one to judge, though." "Ah, Garvel, yes. Another interesting name. You're quite the interesting fellow. You'll have to tell me about your tales." "And your adventures." God damn it, I put bread in my mouth. Bread. Bread. Anyways, do you want to take a quick water break? Okay, we'll be back in a little bit. I did run a 1 minute ad if that makes everybody feel better. No, I probably will not see any ad revenue. Because my stream from last night, I didn't see any. Meow, 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 meow. Hi, Pippi. So, did everybody get some water, relax, use the restroom? He's fucking... He's such a fucking judgmental bitch. I... I can't believe Halloween candy is out already. I got some candy corn. February. Hell yeah, I called it. Mm-hmm. I've got a lot of thoughts on the pharmacy industry. What's up, Evan? Oh, okay. Yeah, if everyone's back, we're all good to start again. I've got bread. No. Ooh. I mean, I do technically still have leftover pizza. I'm just not eating it right now. Oh, that's so fair, though. Oh, don't tell our managers that. They'll call you like pizza shit. They fucking said Minsky's is shit. Okay. So, everybody's relaxing in this house or outside this house or completely passed down the fucking cart. uh, and Saffron comes back in with some food for everybody. And before he leaves the kitchen, he hands one out as far as he can to Val. Uh, So, you're all sitting down eating. Anything you want to ask him? Anything you want to talk about? Yes, he'll hand a roll out as well. I know, right? In my heart, they're Hawaiian rolls. Hawaiian rolls are so fucking good. Cheesy biscuits! God fucking damn. Yeah, I am aware. The fact that you ran into a literal god. That's fair. Anybody else processing or have anything they want to talk about? Sorry, I just found out there's a Knuckles version of G Fuel. Anyways, I didn't buy it, I just saw it. Anyways, yes, well, we're far enough away to be safe for now. So but we've been preparing. Actually, most of our preparations have gone into preparing a siege preparing for if we need to siege or something from the Holy Lands. Well, by gnome lore, that's the birthplace of all gnomes. I know you wouldn't think it, but in the ancient lore of gnomes, it said that they're sky people who came sliding down that rock to the land. Yeah, start working from a garden gnome. Shut up. Oh, god damn it. Yes, it's written down that all gnomes are actually born of a race of skyfaring peoples who eventually made their way down to the land. Well, okay. Yes, feel free to ask me any questions you like. Bless you. Yeah, just eating. Of course. Sounds like hacks. What is Garvel up to right now, other than probably eating? Just stew. What is Garvel up to? Evan? Not really, no. Now we hear you. All right. Anything else you'd like to discuss before everybody heads to bed? Give me an athletics check. You have a little bit of trouble, but you're able to get him into the back seat, yeah. If you're gonna attempt to bite, give me an attack roll with disadvantage. Okay. Give me an attack roll, Evan, if you're gonna attempt it. With disadvantage still. Well, you're asleep. What's your armor class? Okay. You as you swing out, you smack your hand on the armor. It makes a loud clang, but nobody's I'd say yes. Bleh. All right. Anything else everybody wants to do before they all pass the fuck out from the long ass day they just had? All right. So, um, Saffron passes out blankets and then heads to his room to sleep, and everybody else passes out. And as morning rolls around, uh, light begins to come in through the windows, though it's partially blocked in the back by Val. uh, and you gently awake to the sound of Saffron bustling around in the kitchen again. So, what's the party going to do now that morning has come and everybody's starting to regain consciousness? I mean, you only have to be up at like 9 or 10 in the morning. So, I'd say it's a long rest. Yeah. It's like sun rises and everybody begins to stir, but like they're not up yet. Passed out against the side of a house. Okay. So as the morning continues, finally, with Merc awake, Saffron comes out and begins to work on waking everyone up, working or waking everyone else up, so that they're ready for the day. Oh no, of course not. Please, if you need to go somewhere, feel free to be on your way when you're ready. By all means, stay for breakfast as well. Do I? I'm known as quite the party man in Gnome's Hill. I'm probably the most well known fellow in the town. Well, partially. And as he leads you outside to take a look around, you kind of just notice that, like, he has, like, this giant, like, blacksmith's, like, part built into the side of the house that you hadn't seen from where you came in. Yes? Smithy? You Smithy, good sir? Yes? I'm the most well-known metalworker in all of the town. In fact, every horse that you see come in and out of Gnome's Hill likely has my horseshoes on them. Now, I'm not normally one for weapons, but with everything going on, I've been taking up the trade. You wouldn't happen to have any advice on it, would you? Of course, of course. The most important advice for any weapon. Well, my, that would be quite useful for the incoming battles that we're likely to see. I'm afraid not, but I do know a mage in the town who could likely help me. Okay. Um, well, that would be greatly appreciated. I would I would happily accept some schematics, and whatever you need built, I can have built. It would likely take a few days, though. So you both step back into the like blacksmith area. Is Merc gonna follow? All right. What is Garvel up to? Yeah, not especially, but it's starting to sound more in tune. Yeah, one of these days you're gonna practice so much, so you're just gonna out of nowhere like play an amazing banjo solo, and everyone's gonna be like, "Whoa." So he leads you back into the into his forge, and begins to show you around all of his equipment and everything that he currently has ready. As you can see, these are the most recent swords I've been working on. I'm not very proficient at them, but I've been told that they're made well enough to be used. I'm hoping I can make them better than that, though. What are you going to do with it, Evan? Okay. Roll me an investigation then. From what you can tell, it looks pretty decent. The weight might be a little bit off, but otherwise it swings well. It's not like you swing it and you can't bring your arm back to protect yourself easily. Mm, probably like base level. Because he would have to get help from a mage in town as well. Probably common with a very, very rare uncommon. It's not like you're going to have them out of nowhere making artifacts or anything like that. Because he's more well known for making like horseshoes and bolts and things that like stakes and other stuff that's needed in the town for daily life. Yeah, the town's starting to wake up and go about its daily tasks. You're quickly approached by some gnome children. You're big. Because these are like little kid gnomes who have mostly interacted with gnomes, and then there's just 7-foot Val. Wow. Okay, so you're talking about the blacksmith and the mage that's been called in to help him? Okay. Okay. Merc, what are you doing in the meantime, along with Garvel? Garvel still practicing banjo? Okay. Um, right. I would say that the mothers have started approaching and speaking with Val as well. Uh, for Merc, like, are you investigating like how well the weapons are made, like where they would be going? Okay. So you look around, and as you inspect all the weapons, you slowly begin to notice that there are a lot of the royal seal uh, gently like carved into the handles of these swords. Yeah, yeah. He's pretty well mannered. The gnomes have good reputation with Smeevis due to Smeev's Hinge, even if they to this day are like, I don't know why he decided to call it that. I mean, he literally gave them protected holy ground because they were like, "This is our holy and sacred land." Yeah, he's a surprisingly good and beloved ruler in Lake Ropashine. Strange to think about, isn't it? uh, so yes, as the morning progresses into afternoon, everybody begins to come back together for another meal. Anything that anybody wants to talk about now that may be important? um. So, all right. To shrink. Okay. So there's not much especially concerning going on with the town. Uh, they're a little worried about the siege and the war, and if that means that they have to like be concerned about it coming to their town. But otherwise, it seems more like their biggest concern is just making sure that the harvest will come in healthy and everything. After all, they are a little more to the north, so it gets colder much earlier around where they live. 'Cause we're like, oh shit, I moved the table a little bit. Right. Yeah, go for it. Give me some perception. You can't. Yeah. You can't see shit, but it may actually be because when you were attempting to put a helmet on to see how it fit, you put it on backwards. Uh, Merc, turn the helmet around. Can I? He like walks over and takes it off and turns it right and puts it back on you. He's a tiefling now. Oh, me? I don't know. I think I want weird fluffy kobolds. So like cuz you're in the north right now. You're in the northern part of the country. So you would expect fluffy kobolds that are easier to survive where it starts to get cold. Ooh. Well, to be fair, that's good cuz you're like building up really good rapport with the town. Same with Dio and Nisus. Well, yeah, but with the mothers as well. Remember, yeah, Dionysus are both talking with Saffron, so they're building up a good rapport with the town as well. That depends. What can you find on him? No, yeah, there hasn't been any more info dropped on him. There's nothing very specifically like that you would need to know about him. Yeah, Vicrys the cannibal. Okay. So the day continues to pass, and as it gets into late evening, you're invited once again to stay the night. Does the party want to? Yeah, it's like mid-afternoon now. Okay. You could, yes. Right. Okay. Sounds nice. So anyways, does the party want to stay or do they want to get going and just reconvene? You could investigate the town and see if you could find them. Yeah, Smeevis is still staying in Shim. I guess give me a persuasion check. See if you can get any info out of them. They're not sure where exactly, but they do know there's some sort of long distance communication, like in the town. Yeah, you can do that. Sure. I got some needs and you can fulfill them. He looks at you and he looks at his bag and he's like, give me a moment. And he pulls out a crystal ball and he sets it down. And he's like, who are you trying to communicate with? Oh, I see. Roll me a d6, or roll me like acrobatics to make sure you're not just fucking destroying the roof on this forge. Okay, cool. You quickly duck down and you don't just fucking absolutely destroy this forge. And he's like, now, I was told to only contact them in case of emergency since we're working so closely with the king here. But I should be able to. And he, like, gently waves his hands around the crystal ball and begins to. Yeah, he's not disagreeing with you. He's just like. So it might take me a moment to, like, pull, like, to make the magical connection. So as he begins to wave his hands around the crystal ball, an image begins to appear, and as you look closely, uh, you notice the face of the shopkeep from Shim appear in the crystal ball, and he quickly makes a motion, and the crystal uh, shifts perspective to now look at shit. What's his name? Yeah, Lornell. Yeah, Lornell. Lornell Graven. Please give me a moment. Let me reconvene with the king before you begin. And he like quickly takes off back to like the inn to get the king. Yeah, of course. My 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 brother was very quick to make sure that I answered the call. I don't think he was very happy to see you. Where are you? Oh, Gnome's Hill, of course. They're working closely with the king. I'm not surprised that they would have taken you in. Yes, his ironwork is amazing, isn't it? I hope he can quickly learn how to make as amazing of swords as he is everyday items. Well, that's to be expected. Anyways, what you said there was terrible news. What's going on? You see the perspective gently shift, and the king is sitting there like, yes. Very good. Oh. What? You just see uh, you just see Lornell's fist like slam down on the table. as Lornell paces, Smeevis looks at you and is like,
Hmm, you met an immortal. Oh, that's very not good. Hmm, the jester. No, what's the word?
the royal magician. What did Hannibal do? Oh my god. Okay. So Smeevis is like,
Quickly, return to go to Smeevesrun and call forth the royal sorcerer. He can quickly help you.
I like that. Can you just like pull up another crystal ball and like get him in? Hey Evan, what class are you again? Okay. Jesus fucking Christ. Uh, they both agree and let you on your way, and then they're like, "We would try to call him up, but with the siege going on, they've been blocking all magical uh, communication into Smeevesrun. We've had to send letters very quickly with the fastest and sneakiest scouts we've had. We've barely been able to communicate with them while we've been on the run." What? Like the bird? Finches, and they just give you a look like, what? I I'm sure we can find a carrier finch somewhere. We'll find a way to contact him. If you can try to make your way to Smeeves Run as well, that can make it easier. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, you continue to talk back and forth about how you're going to do this. So your plan is to sneak in as merchants? right now. Any objections from the party? Um, it's still a few weeks out. Right. Yeah, you're not that lucky, sadly. Yes. What were the rarities again? Okay. I will say if you can roll above a 15, it will be a rare. Otherwise, it will be uncommon. Let's do Arcana. So you need a 15 minimum. All right, so you are able to make a rare item. Ooh. Okay. 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 Meow. That's the question, isn't it? Like, are you going to be in battle and suddenly, like, whisper into this ball, like, yes, I'm like, titty fuckers anonymous, and then you throw it? The free online encyclopedia. The ball of restraint. What do you think you'll name, or what do you think you'll make the word? Hmm? Testicles. Get, get fucked. Okay. Not that I've heard. No, that was Pippi. Pippi meowed at me because I wasn't petting her enough. Yes. Okay, just DM me with it. Okay. Get fucked. As get fucked as one word. What if you needed to specify? Get fucked as one word. Meow. Starseeker. Did you like the fake name I came up with for him? Okay. Let's see what this word is. You mad lad. Okay. Yeah, that's a fucking gamble. Oh my god. You can get so unlucky, but you know what? We'll see. I think it could work. So, uh, another day passes. It's about time to go to Smeeves Run. How will the party proceed? So you've got. Yes. So you've got a few different paths. You can either follow the border into the shore and then head in that way, and that can possibly help you if you to make it look as if you're coming from a port. You can go past Smeevsinge again, or you could try circling around the camp to try and come in from a different direction to make it less suspicious as well. Yes. Yes, you could. As long as you make sure that some of the weapons make it to Smeeves Run for the soldiers there. Of course. Of course. Please stay careful out there and travel safely. Yes.
Well, thank you. It smells divine. I see. Yes, I'll be sure to be very careful. I'll be sure not to have too much whenever I have fun. Okay, so the party's heading out. Evan, Grace, anything you want to add in as the party heads out on which direction to go? Okay, you know what? Give me a roll on that. Like um, just a straight up roll. Just tell me the number, and we'll decide. Even 10. Okay. Um, so you feel like you've gotten a little better at proficiency or at perception, but it's not like you've you've suddenly gained the eyes of a hawk or anything. You might just be a little more careful with how you look at things. I was going to possibly give you proficiency in perception if you got it right. Ooh. Banjo, 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 banjo. Woo! He could. Anyways, okay, so no traveling through the border, no seeing about any port towns or anything like that. Roll for initiative. I want everyone to roll for initiative right now. Okay, let me take down some notes real quick on this. So, Okay, so Riley is 1. Uh, Beth, what was yours? Evan, what's yours? 21. Yeah, I just need the number at the end. And then Grace's? Okay, let me do some rolls myself. There it is. That's the page I need. Okay, so that is, well, not that word. 1 equals 6. Okay, second roll. We've got a 9, and then third roll. We've got a 5. $17? Okay, let me see their follow-up roll. Yeah, you win. You're going first. To them. Okay, so starting out, we've got Merc, Garvel. That is the list so far. You all turn, and there are 3 soldiers all approaching you from the camp. They seem to have finally tracked you down, but it's only 3 so far. Go for it. Give me a medicine. It's that same weird, distant look. Yeah, it doesn't matter either way. It's that same weird, like, distant look that they had before. Like, it's not... They don't look, like, concussed or sick or anything like that. They just look like they're not fully there. Okay. So, Evan, you're up first. You've just packed up the cart. You haven't necessarily hopped in and started going yet. They've just approached the town, yes. Like, you're on the outskirts. You're maybe like 15 feet away from the nearest building. They're approaching probably from about 20 feet. Yes. They're outside the town. Okay, I need to make a ton more dex rolls. Bless you, Lena. I heard that. Okay, soldier number 1. Yes. So we've got a 7. An 8. And an 18. For the third soldier. 3d6. 8d6 for damage. Okay, let's see it. Let's see the roll. You've instantly killed them. Like, you full on with your first spell just nuked all 3 soldiers. But like you did so much damage. Like, wait, one of them takes half. How much was the full damage? Okay, so 2 of them are literally just like incinerated. And the last one is extremely, like, very visibly bloodied. Okay. Roll to see if you hit. Yeah, you fucking hit. How much damage? Let me hear how much damage. How much? Yeah, he's incinerated. So, Beth, I'm gonna. Hey, uh, real quick, Saffron's gonna run up and be like, "Do you know what you've just done? You've just killed 3 famous heroes. I know, I understand what's going on, but there's going to be bounties put on your heads." Yes, I understand. Yeah, who are you threatening to kill? So Saffron's like, I, the gnomes know where to go. We'll leave now. Just please be on your way to safety and be careful. People will be after you more than just those soldiers now. Saffron waves you away and then runs into the town to begin preparing everyone. All right. I am going to call it there. Uh, so, oh, posture check, got it. And more coolant. Ooh. I intended it to go on a little bit and for you to have to actually think about, like, am I killing innocents here? And instead, you just kind of went, nuke. You just nuked all three of them within one turn. I looked up soldier. They have 16 health and 18 armor class, and you just literally nuked them. By the way, I know it's a little bit of metagaming, so don't let it affect your characters, but do you want to hear what I was setting the stats for Vicrys to? Okay. Beth, if you want to deafen yourself, cool. I gave Vicrys 20 in everything. Just 20 stats. Yeah, I really fucking rolled like shit. I had a +5 on all of those rolls, and I didn't succeed any of them. That's fair. I mean, Beth kind of caught on because I was like, oh, I rolled a 2, that's a 7. Beth was like, oh shit. Nobody else commented. Was it Dio that is missing an arm now? Was consumed. No. For combat, yes. For everything else, yeah, I will make sure to give him not only. I was going to give him like 50 experience for each soldier. I'll give him 25 extra for nuking them. So there's 175 just for that combat, Evan. Uh, I will give you uh, like 30 extra experience for the role play. You were kind of not doing as much during today. Right. Garvel, I will give 30 experience for the role play, with an extra 15 for the amazing stealth every single time. Uh, Val and the twins both get 100 for this time. You probably did. Has anyone leveled up? Ah. Whew. Yeah, let's increase that. Evan, you get 500 plus an additional like 100 for the nuke. Uh, Val and the twins get uh, what is the milestone version? You know what? After this time, sure, just go ahead and level up. Everybody gets one level. Hmm. Jesus Christ. Sounds good. You two have a good rest of your day. Nice. What was the name of the the item you made again? Merc literally nukes soldiers. There we go. So I've got Dio's arm was consumed. Everyone barely escapes and goes to Gnome's Hill, meet Saffron, Blacksmith, get the Iron Bands of Bilaro. Gnome's Hill must evacuate after soldiers track party. Merc literally nukes soldiers, and I need to mark down going to Smeeves Run for Mage for Royal Sorcerer. Good. God, this is all written so terribly because I have nothing to set this book on. Good rapport with GH. That's true, but like I don't know, man. I'm already writing it down. And you're such a young fucking punk, aren't you? Get ready for another old character I made to come back as the Royal Mage, by the way. No. Nah. I will not reveal who it is. May or may not have. I will not confirm. Oh yeah, forgot about that. That's such a bad character. Uh, yeah, I totally didn't put a note that says. I totally didn't make a note in this book that's totally like make a nocturnal into royal sorcerer. Like 2 seconds before you called it. Contacted and informed. Okay, yeah. I guess let's go ahead and raid. Anybody that party or chat would like to recommend that we raid? I will scroll through and see who all's live right now. Okay. I forgot that was your fucking class. Oh, I forgot. I forgot your class was Shadow Money Gang. Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Okay. Um, sure. I'd say your weird tunic things are fine clothes. Oh my god. Anyways, let's raid Stellarite since you were kind enough to recommend them. Thank you for tuning in, people. I hope you had a good time. I know I did. That was so stupid and so fun. We're gonna raid Stellarite. I don't know what they're streaming right now, but we're gonna go ahead and hop into theirs. Oh yeah, it's Warframe. we're gonna watch some Warframe with them. Feel free to support me or check out any of my social media. I will be back Tuesday with something, either Breath of the Wild or Sekiro or maybe even like Celeste. We'll see. But for now, let's call it. Bye!